as Florida's Gulf Coast braces for Hurricane Helene to make landfall Thursday evening. The potential disaster from this massive storm reaches far beyond the Sunshine State. Forecasters warn that Helene's extensive 275-mile wide wind field will bring torrential rains and destructive winds, creating a significant flooding risk even hundreds of miles inland, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, reports. By Friday, areas as far as the southern Appalachian region could see rainfall totals of up to 18 inches. Urban centers such as Tallahassee, Metro Atlanta, and western North Carolina are particularly at risk for major flooding. Extreme rainfall across the mountainous terrain of the southern Appalachians may lead to flash floods, landslides, and significant river and stream flooding, NOAA warns in an unusual news release emphasizing the inland threat. Flooding, the leading cause of hurricane-related deaths in the U.S. over the past decade, presents the biggest danger. The National Weather Service indicates that the most severe inland flooding is expected in the Appalachians. However, a marginal flooding risk extends northward to southern Indiana, Ohio, and the Washington, D.C. metro area. Helene could cause a flooding disaster in some areas of the southeastern United States, especially in northern Georgia, upstate South Carolina, and western North Carolina, AccuWeather Chief Meteorologist Jonathan Porter states. The combination of pre-landfall rains and the deluge expected as Helene moves overland enhances the flooding risk. Already, parts of northern Georgia to upstate South Carolina, western North Carolina, eastern Tennessee, southwestern Virginia, and southern West Virginia have experienced flash flooding from unrelated rainfall earlier in the week. Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin has declared a state of emergency in anticipation of Helene's effects, highlighting significant rainfall and flooding concerns for the western part of the state on Friday and Saturday. Interestingly, heavy rains in Virginia, West Virginia, and Kentucky might alleviate the ongoing drought in these regions. The Fujiwara effect, the interaction of two storm systems rotating around a central point, adds to the inland rainfall risk. As Hurricane Helene potentially entangles with a trough of low pressure over the south-central U.S., it could intensify the flooding rains extending into the Mid-South and Ohio Valley over the coming days. With two systems spinning in the same direction and moving around a central point when they are approximately 900 miles apart, the Fujiwara effect results in an intricate meteorological dance. In light of these looming threats, officials urge people far from the coast to prepare. Follow local evacuation orders. Know if you live in a flood-prone area, have a plan to protect your family and belongings, pack an emergency kit, and avoid driving on flooded roads. As Hurricane Helene barrels towards the coast, it's not just the immediate path that needs to brace itself, but areas far beyond, making this an extensive and perilous event.